Good afternoon, Elmer. This is the final part of the assessment where we will go over the oral questions. I will be asking you the questions. Please answer the questions to the best of your abilities. Are you ready to answer the questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Elmer. These questions are regarding the CM unit performing soldering and performing housekeeping duties, right? The one we just completed. Okay, question number 1. Why is it necessary to use flux when soldering copper pipes?
It is necessary to use flux to lubricate the fittings. Flux also flux out the oxides and prevents oxidation.
Okay.
And also helps the solder to go in the fittings.
In the fittings.
Again.
Okay, very good. Very good. That is correct. It also lubricates the fitting, right? Okay. Question number 2. What are the main causes of leaks when soldering?
The main causes of leak when soldering is that not cleaning properly the fittings.
Okay.
Overheating the pipe causes the flux to burn off and the solder will not penetrate. That's it.
Okay, very good. Question number 2. Now question number 3. Why is it necessary to work in a safe and secure environment?
It is necessary to work in a safe and secure environment to prevent accidents.
Very good. Question number 4. What can happen if the copper pipe is overheated during the soldering process?
If the copper pipe is overheated, the flux will burn out and the solder will not penetrate the fittings and they will not create a bond.
Excellent, very good. Question number 5. How much filler material should be used in the soldering process?
In the soldering process, we should use a quarter inch more of the size of the pipe being used.
Okay, very good, that is correct. Okay, Elmer, we have completed the oral questioning, so we have completed all the practicum along with the oral questioning. I would just like to ask you how you feel about the whole process. If you think it went well, give me your opinion on how it went for you, in your opinion.
In my opinion, well, I was confident that I knew how to do the job, and for my opinion, I think I did well on the job. Yes, I follow all the steps required and follow safety procedures.
Okay, and you did you feel that you could have done anything differently, maybe to improve?
Well, to improve, I always need more practice. That's the only point. Practicing makes you better.
Very good. I'm comparing your rating with my rating. I see that we have somewhat similar ratings. I gave you, in some cases, you gave yourself a higher rating than I gave you. In some cases, I gave you a higher rating than yours. I just want to go over the ones that I think are very important that you need to know. Okay. On planning and preparing your work area, I think you did an excellent job. I think your area was well organized. All your tools were there, so I didn't see any problem with that. Preparing for mechanical handling of materials, I gave you a 4 because you had a little bit of trouble lighting the torch, and then also I noticed when you cut the first pipe, you forgot to ream it. You reamed the second time, but then you came back and then you reamed it. So you did follow up and you did make up for that mistake. Okay. Another one was that I see you did select the copper pipe correctly. You used the emer pipe correctly. You applied the flux correctly. Applying the heat on the fitting again, I noticed that your flame was high, low. There wasn't any control of the flame. Even though you did heat up the copper pipe, you did heat up the fitting again for the solder to flow. You did You did use maybe, I wasn't sure, but you didn't use the 3/4 amount of silver solder, judging by the excess solder, and you did clean up the work area excellent, so I gave you a 5 on that. The solder joint was presented at the time. You had a time limit of 30 minutes, you did it in 20 minutes, so you did okay there. Excess, you had some excess solder joint. You see the excess solder joints?
Yes.
You had some excess there, okay. By judging by your finished product, I can definitely say that this would not leak just by the penetration of the solder. What I do, I look all the way around for any kind of air bubbles or air gaps, any kind of holes. Then I would see that if there was, then I would be maybe saying that maybe there would be a leak. But by this, I can see all the solder flow 100% around, and I can see it penetrating on the inside. Okay? So, by my opinion, I see that you are competent in this unit. Okay? You're very competent in this unit, and I don't, in all of the checklists, you got either a 4 or a 5. So, you definitely passed the practicum. As far as your oral questions, you got all the questions correctly, so that means that you are competent in this unit. As mentioned before, there is an appeal process if you feel that maybe the grades that I gave you can be changed, but in this case you are competent, so I don't see the need for an appeal. But just to remind you, there is a process, that you can appeal. I just want to go over some points with you that I wrote on the checklist. I mentioned here about the torch, about lighting it, and about keeping the flame at a steady rate, because you don't want the flame to be high, low, high, low, high, low, because then it doesn't heat the fitting in evenly for the solder to flow. And the reaming, we want to make sure that as soon as you cut, the next step should be reaming the pipe. Then the little bit of excess joint used, and then overall everything was well done. There is your safety practices, your cleaning up, the procedures, everything overall. Just a little bit of improvement. Of course, there's always room for improvement, and I think that is it. What I will want you to do is to, these are the, this is the provide feedback. I would want you to sign right there where it says candidate signature. That would be your, okay. Well, these are the procedure, the observation checklist. If you can sign there as well. This is your unit. If you could sign where it says candidate there. This is the unit of competence that you just completed. This is your candidate one. This is the oral questioning. We would like you to sign the oral questioning. This is the assessment plan. The sign right there. Okay, is there any other question that you have? Maybe something that you would like for me to add for the next unit? Anything that you can think of?
For the moment, yes.
Okay, well, as far as I can see, you are competent in this one, so we look forward to doing the other practicums for the CVQ standards. Okay, thank you very much.